Hey, beautiful people, this is Victoria here. Hope all is well. So, I had an amazing conversation earlier today with a sisterpreneur friend of mine. Sister, entrepreneur, sisterpreneur, put them together. And we were talking about different things that I want to offer where my business is concerned and different things of who I am as a person. And I may sound like I'm talking in circles, but I'll get to the point. Anywho, I'm a person who is authentic and true and real and raw and honest. And I've been like that for a very long time because I've mastered being that way, coming from a person who used to be in fight or flight mode, survival mode, a person who used to spiritually dissociate and come out of my body, even though I may be having conversations with somebody. If I don't feel safe around that person and my nervous system feels chaotic and dysregulated, I would spiritually dissociate and my soul would go someplace in fucking Narnia. And we were talking about that for a split second because she asked me, like, what are the attributes I love about myself? What are the credentials and accomplishments I love about myself? And for me, it's not being a certified life coach. It's not being a self-published author. It's not being a speaker. It's not being a public figure. It's none of those things. When it comes to my accomplishments for myself is the fact that I've learned to master regulating my nervous system. I've learned to have peace and joy within myself. I've learned to be a thriver and not a survivor. I've learned to not allow any of the trauma, abuse, and situations that happen to me in my life to define who I am. To me, those are major, major, and powerful accomplishments because you can have all the money in the world, the cars, the mansions, the this, the that, the next, and the other. But if you are not great with yourself, if you're not learning how to love yourself unconditionally, it's not worth it. I mean, yes, it pays bills and you'll be great financially, but are you good emotionally? Are you good mentally? Are you good spiritually? Are you good psychologically? Those things matter most. And I've definitely mastered the skill of going deep within myself, introspection, self-inventory, figuring out where I am and how I feel. And that's something that I've done for a very long time. And that's helped me on a journey of healing. I'm a person that I'm always healing in my life, be it emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. Healing is part of my make, my model, my DNA. And so for me, when I'm experiencing certain things in life, it doesn't take me that long to move on from situations and to move forward in my life. And so those to me are major accomplishments. And I've been in fight and flight and survival mode for a very long time. So I am a recovering fight, flight, and survival mode person. I am a recovering hypochondriac because I used to think everything was fucking wrong with me. But when I decided to make a decision for myself and commit to my work, to doing the work, and really going within myself and facing my so quote unquote demons, or making a choice and a decision to be free, to free myself from how people perceive me to be, free myself from the imposter syndrome, the hypochondria, all of those things, I became who you see and who you experience in social media world. And it's not an easy thing to do. It's something that I work on every single day because I still have fears. I still have doubts. I still have all the things. However, this time around, I'm the kind of person to say, fuck it and jump. And if it works, fine. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then it's time for me to go back to the drawing board. And that is okay. So if you find yourself being a person who is living in fight, flight, and survival mode, wearing a mask consistently, and you don't know how to be the authentic self, you don't know how to set yourself free, you are so stuck in worrying about what people think about you, especially family, them judging you, how they perceive you to be, it's time to break out of that. It's not easy. It's hard. It's hard to be brave. It's hard to be courageous. It's hard to be confident. It's hard to be fearless, but it's attainable. I had to do it for myself. I had to really, really ask myself, are you going to continue to exist? Or are you going to truly live your life over with authenticity and freedom and resilience and empower yourself and give yourself so much grace and compassion and self-love? It starts from within. You cannot go outside of yourself when it comes to your work. And again, the work ain't easy. The work is fucking hard because I've done it. I've been doing it for a very long time. And I don't want anyone to be on their deathbed, so to speak, and we're ready to transition into the next lifetime or wherever the hell you go after you leave this lifetime with regret. I want you to be empowered. I want you to be real and raw and authentic. And I want you to find some form of freedom before you leave this life. Or for those who are still in fight, flight, survival mode, to be able to experience a level of freedom where you can create the life that you desire and deserve, because it's your birthright and you deserve it. There's so many people walking around that have mastered wearing a mask, and they constantly wear it, where the lies they tell themselves have become their truth, but it's not your truth. Your truth is being someone who is authentic, real, raw, and vulnerable within the self. Your truth is making sure that you're embodying authenticity, embodying living who you are, embodying being who you are. And that takes time. But if you're willing to promise yourself to commit to doing your work of shifting and changing and reframing your mindset, reframing what people have told you, and being able to move from being traumatic or still in trauma based in your energy to finding ways to be triumphant within yourself, sky's the limit. Sky is the fucking limit. And I wanted to share this because I've been there and I know exactly what that feels like, to feel like you're not being seen, heard, or validated, to feel like you have to constantly wear a mask, where you have to filter yourself, where you're playing small, where you don't want to speak your truth, where you don't want to say something to disrupt or, make someone upset with you. And there comes a point in your life where you got to speak your truth. There comes a point in your life where you have to be authentic. There comes a point in your life where you have to be confident and fearless in everything that you are, because you were born with greatness within and so much fucking potential to live the best life that you can live, to like truly be present. I used to be in fight or flight so bad, and when I'm around a person and that person is confrontational, my nervous system would be all out of whack. And again, I would dissociate without realizing I was dissociating. I've learned to dissociate from the time I was 7 years old and I was being abused and my soul left my body and it went into fucking Narnia, like I said. And so mastering dissociation at 7 years old is dangerous for a child. Anyone who is experiencing dissociation, it's dangerous for you. It's dangerous for you because you have no idea where your soul and your spirit is. You have no idea where your mind is. And people around you don't even notice that you're not even fucking present emotionally and mentally and spiritually. They could be talking to you and your conscious mind and subconscious mind is not like this. You're all over the place and you don't even realize you're doing it because you've done it for so long. So if this is you, find ways, or I can help you find ways to truly, truly do a lot of introspection, self-investigation, because it's important for you to live a life that is filled with vulnerability and freedom and peace and joy, and to step into your power of who you are with resilience and determination, because that's what life is about at the end of the day. And it's hard, however, it's rewarding. At the end of the day, you want to be someone who shows up for yourself consistently and constantly, where you're living an amazing life and not just existing.